Happy New Year, everyone. Every time we included a video in the newsletter last year, we heard from folks who prefer video to a written message, so we'll include one a month this year. We plan to make these public, and so if you're not yet part of our newsletter community, you'll find us a link to sign up below. With all that's happened in the first 9 days of 2026, you'd be forgiven if the fact that this year is the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, if it's not top of mind. Here at Stories Change Power, it will not surprise you to know, given that we focus on the next loop in the two loops model, we're focused on the next 250 years. I shared that with someone recently who said that we would be lucky to make it through 2026. And if you hear that and agree, hey, I hear where you're coming from. A lot of people are feeling like our house is not just divided, but it's on fire. And we may disagree about how it started and who is to blame, but there's still a fire going. Someone I respect recently semi-joked that each and every one of us is partly responsible, like we the people fell asleep while smoking a cigarette in bed. But no matter what, we now need both firefighters and architects, and Stories Change Power is supporting both. We are helping you build your civic muscle, and we are expanding civic imagination. Civic muscle and firefighting, imagination, and being an architect. If you're not nodding your head right now, you're probably scratching it. So let me explain. In January, you probably expect people to make resolutions to go build physical muscle and go to the gym. But what the heck do we mean by civic muscle? We mean your involvement in your neighborhood, your community, and your country. It's your ability to make a difference. And then we also mean the collective capacity of a community to come together, identify shared problems, make decisions, forge solutions, and then follow through on those solutions. We help you build civic muscle through our learning communities and our short courses. And I am delighted to be kicking off a new short course on January 22nd called Storytelling to Bridge Divides. But what about civic imagination? Well, we aim to expand that in all that we do. But in particular, we're doing that through something called the Brazilian Blueprint. You may know that Brazil is the world's second largest multiracial democracy. It is a federation of diverse, independent states that is spread across a vast landscape. You may also know the similarities and differences between our January 6th in the United States and the January 8th, 2 years and 2 days later in Brazil. But did you know that in 1988, which is the year that Adele was born, that is the year that Brazil redid its constitution, retransitioned back to democracy, and specifically put in place efforts to strengthen democratic institutions and prevent authoritarian backsliding. I mention Adele not just because I'm a fan, but to give you perspective on how recent that was. 1988, that is within many of our lifetimes. So in short, there are many things that we could learn from Brazil. If you are interested in learning more, please check out the link in the video description, along with several other links, including the one to Zakia's Substack, which is where I learned about firefighters and architects. That is a heck of a happy new year, but this is a heck of a year already. I would love to hear what is on your mind, what questions you have about civic muscle, civic imagination, storytelling, and advocacy. Please drop us a line and let us know. I look forward to hearing from you and supporting you throughout the year.